Hello everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Today I have an array of different ingredients. We are going to make pumpkin gobs. Why did I decide to make pumpkin gobs? Because I have some pumpkin puree left from the pumpkin cookies I made the other day and I hated to throw it out. All I need for this recipe is 15 ounces and I think I have about 20 ounces in here. So I'll measure this out, but I even marked the date once I opened the can of how long it's good for. So this is good for another 2 days. So I'm going to use it up before it goes bad. Some people refer to gobs as whoopie pies. Not here in our neck of the woods. They are gobs. Sorry to all you whoopie pie fans. These are gobs. That's just what they are. Even though if you look up gobs, normally you're going to be able to find whoopie pie quicker than you will gobs. But anywho. For the gob part of the recipe, you are going to need one 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree. Not pumpkin pie filling, but the pumpkin puree, the 100% pumpkin. 2 cups of brown sugar, 1 cup oil, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 3 1/4 cups flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon ground ginger, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon ground cloves. So let's get started. Now in this recipe, I do not have any ground cloves, so I'm just not even going to put that in, but I do happen to have ground cinnamon and ginger, so I'm good to go. And what you're going to want to do while you're getting everything else ready, a little bit ahead of time, put your cream cheese out because you're going to need 8 ounces for the filling, and you're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter softened for the gob filling. So make sure you set those out ahead of time. Alrighty, let's get started. What you're going to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees and line baking sheets with parchment paper or lightly coat with oil. Well, I'm going to line mine with parchment paper because that just makes it so much nicer for cleanup. You can just take that off and put the sheets away. So I like that. So let's get a large mixing bowl ready and an electric mixer. It says in a large mixing bowl, use an electric mixer to combine pumpkin, sugar, oil, eggs, and vanilla. So I'm going to weigh out my pumpkin. Right there, 15, right on the nose. I have a little bit left, not enough to do anything with, so I will have to toss that. And everything else to make these gobs, guess what? I just happen to have on hand. I always stock cream cheese and butter. All of these ingredients are in the cabinet, so why let them go to waste? Might as well make something fun out of it. So our 15 ounces of canned pumpkin puree, our 1 cup oil. That right there just added a ton of calories. I can't even begin to imagine how much a cup of oil has in calories. Well, really, yeah, you can figure it out. 120 calories per tablespoon. There's 4 tablespoons per 1/4 cup. So there's 16 tablespoons in a cup, which makes it what? About 1,800 calories? Sorry to depress you, folks. Our 2 eggs, oops, just about lost them. 2 teaspoons vanilla. Of course, it's just not quite enough. Thankfully, being the prepared person that I always am, I happen to have an extra vanilla on hand. If I can get it open, yes, I can. 2 cups of brown sugar. Always reread the recipe. Right there, I almost forgot one of the most important ingredients, sugar. I would have noticed it eventually. Now, it does not say packed brown sugar, so we're just going to treat it as just regular 2 cups of brown sugar, even though I might have to break it up a bit. Okay, that's close enough. Right there. Another ton of calories. I'm not even going to calculate it up. Just know that these gobs are going to be fattening, so limit yourself to 1 per week. Okay, so I got the pumpkin, the brown sugar, the oil, the eggs, and the vanilla. So we will combine all together. In a separate bowl, whisk together flour, baking soda, baking powder, salt, ginger, cinnamon, and cloves. So we need 3 1/4 cups flour. Some of my kids are coming over tonight, the grandkids. So I'll see if they want some pumpkin gobs. 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon ground ginger, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and then if you happen to have ground cloves, you would need half a teaspoon, which I do not have. So we'll whisk all of this together. Let's go ahead and mix everything together. I'll do a little bit at a time, maybe about half or all of it. Let's see here. The rest I'm going to mix up with a spoon. Get the stuff off the sides. It's just like a thick cake batter. It says drop heaping tablespoons of batter onto the prepared cookie sheets, leaving about 1 inch in between. Let me just taste this. Pretty darn good. Just imagine that with icing. Oh my gosh. So now we are going to bake these for 11 to 12 minutes until a toothpick inserted in the center and the gob comes out clean. We already preheated our oven to 350. I'm going to check it at 11 minutes. 11 minutes seemed to work perfectly, and these were probably just about 1/8 of a cup, a little over between 1/8 and 1/4 cup poured on. So I'm pleased so far. I still have one more batch to go. Mine total would have made 38 little cakes, which would make 19 gobs. She said here hers made about 16, so I might have made mine a little bit too small, but that's okay. Little gobs, less calories. So let's make the icing, and we can go ahead and get started on the ones that are cooled off. And they came off the parchment paper so good. The last batch, I literally just picked them off. I didn't even have to scoop them. So these are going to be really great, folks. Really great. Prepare the filling by creaming the cheese, butter, salt, and vanilla together. Then we're going to gradually mix in the powdered sugar. And she's calling for 2.5 cups, but we can put more in if you like your icing to be a little thicker. So let's go ahead and we shall put our 8 ounces, 1 package, cream cheese softened, then your 4 tablespoons of softened butter, your 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt, which I am going to use about 1/16 of a teaspoon. All right, I'm gonna cream that together, then we'll add the sugar. It's a good icing. I'm thinking though, I might want mine just a little bit thicker. Although once it chills, it will be thicker. Very good. You could also use classic buttercream icing, whatever icing you want to put in here. You don't have to go with what I've made. So thank you. These are going to be delicious. Right here, they look pretty darn tasty. Just put them in an airtight container in the fridge. They'll probably last for several days. So I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you enjoy your pumpkin gobs, and I hope you have a great week, everyone. See you real soon.